Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Saturday, January 27, 2023. Stadium news: Johnson County will have a chance after all, betting on their future. Of the Royals and Chiefs voting on April 2nd, the tax was vetoed by Frank White but was later overturned. The stadium sales tax looks for the next 40 years. If this is approved, the $1 billion the tax would raise to build a Royals ballpark and to renovate Arrowhead Stadium provided that both teams income. I think they should do a roof. That way we get the Final Four and the Super Bowl in our opportunities. For Operation Stadium Invaders, Frank White Thursday, 4 votes would not have to be enough to stop the election, but there was enough to progress to negative negotiations over the weekend to stay on the ballot. Adrian Smith override the bringing in taxes to the public. The Royals still have consideration of a new stadium. The Chiefs haven't outlined their plan yet. Where they're going to go or how much money they will put into the projects. And signed the letter if submitted to the Johnson County Complex Authority on the team, said the indicated that makes material substantial private contribution. A document lays out leases as the team announced they're agreed to give up $3.5 million they receive every year. In counties and parks and tax leave, they also agree to cover property and casualty insurance, which county pays for right now. Read more at this link. Under the contract of the team splits, eventually there'll be but a small portion of the money collected from current 3.8 sales tax to that isn't need to cover debts and payments that would continue under the new lease and operating agreements not being finalized until next month. Sales tax funds could not be used by a personal cost team of their front office, which I wish it could. They could spend more money towards some players, but the tax could pay stadium operations for staff or employees. But the Chiefs did not agree to White's demands, which were to keep the headquarters and training facilities in Johnson County. County would only be given a chance to make the first steps to keep their teams. According to the letter of the Chiefs' desire to relocate is administrative office training facilities from the sports complex in the future, which they just built, by the way, it seems like. The Chiefs will provide Johnson County their first opportunity to make a proposal for such in Jackson County. To be clear, the Chiefs' moves don't look like they're moving state lines. That's on the stadiums. We got football tomorrow. Here, this idiot says Josh Allen, he would take over Patrick Mahomes. If you want to say that Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever in championships, I think Mahomes can shut that gate if he wins this week to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Top 3. The Chiefs will play the Ravens, and we'll get much more onto that on Sunday.
Back of that as we get started here for this first quarter conversation.
I love this.
Put Josh.
You better put Josh up there. I would put him in front of Lamar the way he's playing.
Okay,
right now.
that's fair.
All right, we going Mahomes?
Yeah, let's go Mahomes.
Mahomes next.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty easy. That was easy.
Oh,
Was it easy?
felt easy at the time. Well, listen,
No. You're not going to get off the hook with
Josh played his butt off, and look, he's won. We got robbed again.
We
as NFL fans.
You French?
As NFL.
I didn't know we were French.
Hold on, let me finish this. As NFL fans, we got robbed by another chance to see more Josh Allen in that game. If the kicker makes the field goal, we're going into overtime. So I go back to that 13-second game where they changed the overtime rules because of that game, because Josh didn't get a chance to do that. But look, those rankings right there, I mean, you could change them week to week if you want, but still, I'm taking, regardless of the outcome, I'm taking Josh Allen every single time.
Why are you taking Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes, the guy who's won multiple Super Bowls? He's been a multiple MVP, both in Super Bowls and the regular season.
I think Mahomes has the better team. That's why. But pure quarterback play, I think Josh Allen is better.
No, you're not going to get me going viral. You're not getting me going viral on that. That came from Sean. Sean O'Hara, that did not come from Bucky Brooks. No.
You can't argue that the Chiefs have a better defense right now.
I mean, they do have a better defense.
Better tight end, better running back, better offensive line. So, look, Mahomes, this is not a disrespect on Mahomes. Look, I mean, if Josh Allen, it's 1A and 1B right there. Like I said, you can, alternate them week to week. But Chiefs have the better team. Mahomes has the better team. Josh Allen, he's still looking for some help. Can I get somebody to catch the ball? Can I get somebody to make the field goal?
So in that final drive for the Buffalo Bills that set up the missed field goal, he didn't overthrow. He didn't try to make hero plays and press the ball down the field and then miss.
He pressed the ball. He threw a 70-yard bomb to Stephon Diggs, who should have caught the ball. You get paid to catch the ball. Stephon had 3 catches for 21 yards. All right, if he catches that ball,
secondary.
Shout out to the Chiefs secondary, but also
top 3. The Chiefs will play the Ravens, and we'll get much more onto that on Sunday. In college basketball, Kansas will play Iowa State, who is number 22. Iowa State lost to Kansas State. We'll see what happens. Kansas, Iowa State. Players to watch out for: Kevin McCullough Jr., who leads the Point Jayhawks in points. Hunter Dickerson, the big guy who can set up and hit threes and step inside. DeJuan Harris Jr. hasn't been very good lately. He has contributed to the last couple losses. Tammy Lipsy, 14-130, favored by how many? Kansas State matches up with Houston, number 4. These are the 3 games on their way. Iowa State, Oklahoma, perhaps. Houston is the toughest one of them all. Cam Carter is a player to watch out for Kansas State. Houston's LJ Cyber, 15.6. Will travel to Houston. Tip is at 12. Nobody cares about Missouri. Another top 25 game is number Texas Tech, 20, will face Oklahoma. Christian just seemingly quit on the run. He came on and put his jacket on a bunch of times when the run was going on. He seemed like he has quit on the Chiefs and quit on the locker room on running plays, and shows up in the fourth quarter only on running plays. Well, he better be better. He won't be a Chief next year. If he loses to the Ravens, it will be his last game as a Chief. If he goes to the Super Bowl, that will be his last game of the Chiefs. He won somewhere north of $30 million. He will not be on the Chiefs next year. If I would have chose somebody between Tyreek Hill, I would always have chosen Tyreek Hill over Chris Jones. I'm just not a big fan of Chris Jones. And him quitting on the running plays made me less of a big fan. That's Sam Vaughn Sports.
Is it more likely that Reed catches Bill Belichick or Mahomes catches Tom Brady in the GOAT debate of greatest quarterback all time, greatest coach all time?
Do I get to go first? Who's going first?
RC.
Go ahead, I get to go first?
Did I forget to say that?
Mahomes catches Brady in the conversation. That doesn't mean he catches him in championships. I think that's different, because when you look at Patrick Mahomes, and I'm going to just speak for myself, I think he plays the quarterback position at a higher level and in a way that Tom Brady couldn't. The reason that Tom Brady became the eventual GOAT was because he won championships, but was because he continued to improve. It's because he left New England, went to Tampa Bay, and changed the fortunes of that organization. His greatness was embodied in what his team could accomplish, and then also what he was able to accomplish individually, mostly pointing to 2007, where he throws for 50 touchdowns. Randy Moss breaks the single-season touchdown receiving record. But Patrick Mahomes has a start to his career that's different than Tom Brady. Yes, Tom Brady won Super Bowls early, but we weren't pointing to Tom Brady in those early Super Bowls as the reason. We were pointing to that defense, the great coaching by Bill Belichick, whereas Patrick Mahomes came into Andy Reid's life and said, man, you've been an 8 for all these years, an 8.5. I'm going to take you to a 10. I'm going to make you a dime. I'm going to get you that ring that you have been good enough to get, but ain't nobody really want to propose. He got the right makeup. He put the right clothes on him and made sure he is now a dude that's going to be talked about in a different conversation. That's about Patrick Mahomes, his play, and what he's meant to the Kansas City Chiefs. And that wasn't necessarily what I felt about the beginning of Tom Brady's career.